Greetings. This is the third video in my series on studying jazz piano. The previous video, where I performed Avalon, will serve as reference material for this installment, where I'll talk about some basic principles in reading a lead sheet. Here's the lead sheet that I use in the performance. As you can see, it consists of the melody and chord symbols. You can get a very complex realization of a lead sheet if you are very experienced, and my performance does add a lot in the cracks. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and I can introduce a simple entry-level principle that you can use to build on as you progress. I'll be referencing Mark Levine's excellent jazz piano book and his simple method for making music quickly from a lead sheet. Here are the basic rules of this method. First, all chords will be seventh chords, which is a basic principle of jazz harmony. It's often broken, but it's a good tactic to start with seventh chords. So the left hand will play the root of the chord, and the right hand will have the melody on top, and underneath that, the third and the seventh of the chord. Let's start by looking at the first half of the form. Let's look at the first 4 bars, which is all on a B-flat 7 chord. So the structure of a B-flat 7 chord is a major triad, in this case a B-flat major triad, and then a minor 7th. The members of the chord are the root, the third, the fifth, and the 7th. So our technique puts the root in the left hand, the melody in the right hand, so the first note is an F, and then the third, and in this case the 7th, will be below. So let's take a look at the melody. Just by itself, it'll be this. So again, it's all a B-flat 7 chord, and what I'm going to do in this case is just harmonize just the beginnings of the bar because it goes by very quickly. So this will suffice for this particular tune. So there's our melody, the F, root, 7th and 3rd, and like so. Let's look at the next 4 bars. Really, the harmony here is basically just a tonic E-flat chord. But to make it more interesting, we'll fill it in with some more harmonies. The first chord is the tonic, but because the melody note is the root and the 7th would be a major 7th, the interval between the 7th and the tonic would be a minor 2nd, which would be a clash, like this. So we use the 6th as the extended tone. This is one of the many things that can be explained by your teacher. The structure of the E-flat 6 chord is a major triad and a major 6th. The members of the chord are the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 6th. So in our method, the left hand plays the root, the melody note is in the right hand, it's an E-flat, and underneath that is the 3rd and the 6th. The next chord is an A-flat 7th chord. This has the same structure as the B-flat 7th chord we've already seen. Major triad, minor 7th. So the left hand will have the root, the right hand will have the melody note E-flat, and then the 7th and the 3rd. The next bar has a new chord, a G minor 7th. The structure of this chord is a minor triad, G minor triad, and a minor 7th. So it's the root, the third, the fifth, and the seventh. So the left hand again will have the root, and the right hand will have the melody, which is now a G on the top, and then the third and the seventh. Finally, the last chord in this 4-bar segment is a C7 chord. And again, it has the same structure as the B flat 7 and the A flat 7th chord. Major triad, minor 7th. Left hand has the root, right hand has the melody note on top, the G, and then the 7th and the 3rd. So here's how it sounds. The next 8 bars are similar in harmony, so I'll play the entire melody with the Levine method and put up a score with commentary. You can pause the video if you'd like to examine my choices more carefully. I'll end this video with a brief discussion of how I treated the melody in the reference recording. My strategy in places where the harmony stayed on a B flat 7 chord was to harmonize the melody with chords from the Mixolydian mode, which is the basic scale that expresses a dominant 7th chord, and in particular to use the chord built on the 2nd scale degree, a C minor 7th, as a passing chord. Here's an example starting on the 9th bar, where you can see the oscillation between the B flat 7 and the C minor 7 chords. Here's my full performance of the melody with a score.